So what we want to do is change our action button from play button to action button because now it doesn't just play, it also pauses. So we should call it something different because we don't need to create a whole new button for this. We can use the same button and I'll show you guys how. But now since we changed the name, we also need to delete the connection because if you see here, and now all I did was I hovered over the button and I right clicked or right clicked, and you can see in the sent events it's still connected to something called play button. So if you were to run the app would crash. So I'm going to delete that connection and then control drag from the button again onto our IB action, and now it's reconnected. And you can see there it is, and you can even go up here and see it in the connections inspector. There it is. All right, then the other thing we want to do is we need to change this any object to UIButton. And we could have done this when we first created the IB action function, but we didn't. So all we do is say UIButton. And the reason we do that is because any object we're gonna call sender dot current title, sender dot set title, and any object doesn't have those properties. So we need to change this to a UI button so that we can call those properties. The reason it might be any button, or I'm sorry, any object, is because you could have this be this action be something besides just a UI button. It could be some other type of control, and you could have it do a bunch of different stuff inside here. But in our case, it's just going to be this button. Now, the next thing that we want to do is we want to say we want to change the play button to say pause. So when we push it, when we press it, it'll say pause. So we could do that, for instance, down here by calling sender dot set title. We're getting the auto completion because we have UIKit imported, and we're just going to change this to whatever we want it to say. So in this case, pause. For state nil, we don't need to worry about that right now. If you remember from the notes, we basically have two states. We have a pause-like state when the app first opens, and we press play and the song plays and the button changes to pause. And then the other state is a play state when the song is playing and we want the button to cause the app to pause. So we're going to use if statements to keep track of these two states and have that determine what the action of this button does. So we're going to do this by calling if sender dot current title is play, then do this stuff. You see? Else, if sender dot current title is pause, well, what do we want to do? We want to pause our music player. So music player dot pause, and then we want to change the title again. So sender dot set title, we want to change it back to play, and then nil again. We don't have to worry about that. So that is pretty much it.